Howdy, friends. It's only been forever since I've last seen y'all. It's a very low energy kind of day, but I wanted to stream, and I've already done so dang much today. But I'm here, and I'm excited, and we're gonna play some Bully. And generally just like, I don't know, chill and hang out. I'm hoping to be able to stream tomorrow too, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Yeah. Hope everyone's well. Hope things are going good. I need to adjust the sensitivity on my little PNG tuber guy, because it is not always activating when I'm talking, but that's okay. Yeah. Let's pop back over here for a hot second. Hold on. Hold on one moment. Some of that may just be that I'm, like, not talking into the microphone, and I'm talking next to, nearby, adjacent to, but it's fine. It's good and fine. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm fucking out of it, y'all. Let me tell ya. But yeah, it's a Bully day. It's a day to play Bully, and it's gonna be cool and fun and fine and nice. You know, we're just gonna. That's the wrong button. There we go. I know how to stream. It's only been ages, but I remember how to stream. I think the last time we played, we did all the Halloween stuff? Well, attempted to do some of the Halloween stuff. Failed the last quest. But it's okay, because it was just for Gary.
The bigger they come, the harder they...
Oh, sorry.
I wish I could see our...
What's this?
That was comedy.
Do we want to help Gary? Do we feel like helping Gary? Or should I play video games? Love playing video games with my video games. Do I get anything from this? I don't remember. Accelerate, steer, fire, and reverse. Okay, well. Place first to win. Why is this not doing anything? Oh, it did. It did do a thing. I've exploded. I don't know that this is what we wanted to do. Actually, I probably should have gone that way. Quite frankly. Yeah, I did. Okay. Listen. We're not particularly good at this whole racing thing. I don't know what I get from doing this. So I don't know that it's worth it. Yeah. Bro. Well, I stuck the one guy behind us. That was cool. Maybe we'll just stick with that shortcut. Maybe that's the shortcut for me. Or maybe we're just really bad at everything with this particular minigame. What does this do exactly? Oh, I've done it! I want the race! Oh, I don't want to advance to the next one, though, is the thing. What if I wanted to stop playing, actually? Had we considered that doing more of this was not the move? Oh, jeez. I don't think that should have counted. I don't think that should have got me. So wiggly. Not in like a good, fun way. This is horrible. Nope. Nope. As soon as I started turning, I knew that was a bad idea. Should we all be allowed to explode at the same time? I think the answer is no. I also don't think that when he's exploding, he should continue to move forward and away from me. That feels wrong. This is horrible. This is horrible. I failed to beat the space pirates. I think that's okay. No, I don't want to continue. I never want to do that again, actually. Thanks for asking.
Johnny Vincent, you know what you've done?
Oh no. It's class time. Now the real question is, am I truant? And if I am, should I just let the man catch me? Hey, do you want to take me to class? Sir, just take me to class. I want to go. You don't understand. This is what I want.
You brought it on yourself.
Now they're just
Buster.
annoying me.
No, this is fine.
Here we are again. Please get out your sketchbook.
This is what we wanted. Didn't necessarily want to do art class, but, you know. Yeah. Start. Oh god. Why am I going so slow, though? I didn't mean to explode myself. It's fine. It's fine. Look at that. We did it.
This is very good. Have you ever been privately tutored?
Ma'am. I am a baby. I am kind of waiting for groceries to be delivered.
I'm the best!
It's not supposed to be for another hour or so,
I
but,
think we can
you know,
call that a wrap.
just as a heads up. What is the book?
Did you
Is that just the headmaster's office? Yes. Okay.
Excuse me, would you help me, please?
What do you want?
I gotta get my friend out of class.
Yeah,
He's gotta help
sure.
me with
Do
my
that.
homework.
I can do that. I can pull a fire alarm.
Does your mother still choose your clothes?
What do you mean?
Yo, what up?
What do you mean this isn't dress code? It's all Bullworth
I
stuff.
need a plan, a goal.
I mean, except maybe the
Something
jeans,
always
but
gets
like,
done. Always, always, always.
pull that alarm.
Great. Someone called a fire alarm.
We know who pulled the fire alarm. Please turn yourself in at the office to avoid making it any worse.
Too good. Too good. Oh god, it's so blurry out here. Why? I don't really want to help Gary right now, is the thing. About the situation that we find ourselves in right now.
Salutation.
Oh, so I guess we're doing nerd stuff instead. Fine. That's fine.
Bunch of thieving jerks!
What's up, Melvin?
Ah, greetings. Jimmy, listen. Some ruffians took it upon themselves to steal my Grottos and Gremlins character sheets and won't return them. We're playing tonight. The whole situation is untenable.
Grottos and Gremlins? Boy, you are sad.
Sad? I'm distraught! Role-playing is the high point of human achievement. In fact, upon reflection, I am prepared to offer a bag of groats to the fair knight, whomsoever recovers these precious screeds. Do you accept the quest?
How much?
10 groats.
What?
I mean 10 bucks.
Wait here.
And you can have your pick of my wenches.
Great.
Thanks for the wenches. I know we talked about it last time, but hey, y'all know the soundtrack for this video game is very
All
good.
right, you've got something of Melvin's. Give it up.
All right, I'll give it to you if you beat my friend in a little game. He kicks you in the nuts, then you kick him in the nuts until one of you gives up. If you win, you get the sheet. If not, we keep it.
Not the
That's just
nards.
stupid.
Maybe, but I go first. That's some funny stuff right there.
Get up.
Am I?
Okay, you win. I give up. You're gonna wish.
I can use that. I call this the Hopkins Special.
Got him.
You ain't nothing.
Oh, he was just giving me a soda. Not particularly worth it at the moment, but that's fine.
They'll all
What?
be sorry
This is the funnest piece of paper I've ever had. What? You forgot your plus speedy boots or whatever?
Lol. Oh, don't punch the prefect. Why is he chasing him? Oh, because class is happening. I
See
understand.
ya. Have a nice trip. See you next fall.
Can I shoot him? How do I do that?
You really do care, don't you?
These new kids, so darn.
Just keep doing this.
Hey, what's with the unfair fighting?
No shit!
Thing I do.
Get away from me!
This looks useful.
I gotta go. I must leave. Can I do a class while doing a quest? I don't think I can. That's a little bit of a problem. I think it's just PE that I'm skipping, so, you know. Do we care? Not really.
Please help us, Jimmy!
Hold on! I'll save you! Don't stop! I'll aid you in your battle against evil!
Get him, Jimmy.
Not so cool now, huh?
I'm finished.
Why's this stuff lying around everywhere?
Okay. Just one more.
Hi!
No one will ever stop me. Ooh. It's fine.
You better not be skipping.
If I told you I was on my way to class now, would you believe me? Something tells me no.
Oh, come on!
There's no such thing as magic, dweeb.
Why do you have to be so mean?
What you doing down
The
there?
wrong people,
Got him.
and don't
Well,
you-
all right.
I'm gonna miss class. All for Melvin. I hope he appreciates what I'm doing for him. Shit. Stop!
You recovered my precious documents! Thank you, sir! You are a noble man indeed!
Just give me the money, Melvin.
You have earned it! And don't forget about the wenches!
We got $10.
All right!
10 doll hairs. Am I gonna have to keep running?
Jimmy comes through again.
Hey, do you want to take me to class?
Get into class, you little turd.
Take me to class.
It's straight
Jimmy,
to
don't fight it.
callousness for you, Hopkins.
Just go to class. Ugh, it is Jim. Horrible.
Another
Whatever,
snot-nosed
old
perk.
man.
Joke's on all of them. This is
All right, you feckless maggots. We'll be playing dodgeball for the next while.
Oh god.
Ah, dodgeball. How I love the sound of boys crying in the morning. Much like real life, the strongest will prevail. All right, you lazy bums, look alive! I want everyone to give their best, boys, their best!
Throw
Why are
down
you even
trash,
trying to lose
cash
this
dog
time?
sandwich.
I knew you were a loser, but you're stupid too,
I'll show you who's the best. We're gonna win because we're better.
You are going to be left in
Don't
the
feel
dust
bad when we
as
beat you.
usual.
You're outclassed and outmatched.
You know, I'm better than you.
Wait, why were they getting mad at
you
me?
You don't have a chance against Team Nerd.
I don't
Oh,
even
shit.
need to buy my victory against the likes of
That
you.
felt funny.
You're outclassed
pretty dumb
and
for trying this,
outmatched.
loser.
Gonna need them to stop doing these things.
We'll try to take it easy on you guys. Don't
There's
make
nothing
me laugh.
to fear but fear itself.
Oh shit!
I'll show you who's the best. You better be ready
Fine.
to lose, because I'm ready to win.
Yeah, go
Someone's
nerds!
going to get their
Hi,
butt
Fruity.
kicked, I'll tell you that.
I'm gonna have to close the window soon, so we'll need to stop after this mini game.
I knew you were a loser, but you're stupid too, huh?
Sorry. I am not to be trifled with.
Got him.
An accident.
Look at us go. We're too good at dodgeball.
That's how
We
it's
got an
done.
accuracy upgrade. So that's cool.
Hopkins
Give
comes
me
through.
a hot second to go not turn the windows off. Close the windows. Okay. I'm gonna have to help out with some food stuff in a second, but it won't take very long. But for now... where do we go? Ugh, is it Gary time? Might be Gary time. Horrible. Horrible Gary time.
You want
What's this?
finally got together with me?
I hate you. Genuinely awful. You totally suck, Jimmy. You think you're so tough, but you're totally not. You shoot worse than my mom. You'll never hit me.
I think that should have counted.
Me. No, I don't think I like you anymore. You think you're so tough, but you're totally not.
Oh,
Got him.
Oh, that hurts so much.
I didn't realize this was a way to make money. I understand now.
And that's that.
People will respect us more.
Well, now we know.
You're an embarrassment to the human race.
Okay, yeah, it's time to go find Gary. I suppose I just heard an explosion behind us. I'm sure it's fine.
Just stop.
Bite me, Dillweed.
Let's go help Gary. Horrible, awful Gary.
There you are. Come on, I found something incredible.
Hold on, relax, man. I can't keep getting in trouble. I can't get expelled again.
It's always about me with you. Me, me, me. I'm thinking bigger picture, and you're worrying about getting into trouble? You know what? You really are something.
What bigger picture?
We are gonna take over this school.
We are not taking over anything right now.
Time and tide wait for no man, my friend. But it seems they do wait for a wannabe tough guy who's nothing but a little girl.
You're full of it.
So you keep telling me, look, now come on. I promise you, after this, things are never gonna be the same again. Oh, I'm so excited. I should have stopped taking those pills ages ago.
Yeah, right. Whatever you say, Gary.
Oh, Gary.
This guy fell on my ass
You just gonna be quiet the whole run there?
I can't believe I got a C on my English test.
I can't tell Mom about
Also, Gary, you're so slow.
Hey, idiots! Jimmy's gonna kick your ass. Right, Jimmy?
I'll teach you what it means to be hurt.
What's my tackle button? Grab. JK. Okay, well that's one guy down.
I'm gonna make your life a misery. Don't push me.
I'm not a pathetic
I'm not
loser.
pushing you.
Mom says I'm not.
Gary, let's just go.
After you.
Already in before he even asks me in.
This is a little different from how I remember it. You better lead the way.
Firecrackers.
I think that switch over there controls...
Gary, I'm gonna need you to shut up for 2 seconds, okay, buddy? I want to kick boxes.
That switch over there controls the door.
My god. I had to. It
Jimmy,
was necessary.
over here.
Yeah, never talk, Gary. I was just like, it just seemed weird, you know? Because he's usually such a chatterbox. And so to have him just be silent as we're running was just, it was different, and I was scared.
We can't get in there. How can we get at the
Gary.
switch?
Stop. Sir, please. Just activate that.
You're really gonna like this, Jimmy.
Something tells me I'm not gonna like this. Call it a gut feeling. A hunch.
We can't get in there. How can we get at the switch?
Well...
Jimmy, you dunce! Use your slingshot to hit the broom.
Bro, literally getting it out as we're speaking. How do I... It's fine.
Would you hurry there, Jimmy?
I can crawl through openings and fences and
now here's another
walls.
Looks like I'll have to hold this down to get the power while you climb up and get the switch.
Oh my god, the way he dropped. Jimmy said, I am on the floor now. Open.
Almost
pumpkins. There. I see those pumpkins.
Huh. A steam leak. I've heard of those happening, but I've never seen one.
Excuse me, Gary. I have pumpkins to smash.
Oh, there's a fire extinguisher.
And a thing.
Look at this.
That could be used to cool the furnace.
I am gonna need Gary to hop off my dick for 2 seconds.
Oh, there's a fire extinguisher in plain view. Maybe that could... Quick, before it heats up again.
I am going to beat him to death with this fire extinguisher, I've decided. Hey, Gary. Gary. Who knows where he went? Also, anyone see any headstones? Because I don't.
It's right down there.
I didn't see any. And I know I was missing a few.
Better collect
Rubber
that.
band. Rubber band. Rubber band. It's fine. We'll find them later. I'm sure.
So, Jimmy boy, here we are, the hole. The place where this school separates the men from the boys, the wheat from the chaff, and all that nonsense.
Okay, so what's that got to do with standing up to people, keeping them in line?
This is where I stand up to you, my friend.
What are you talking about?
I know you hate me, Jimmy boy. I know you said all that stuff about me behind my back.
What are you talking about?
Don't play innocent with me. You want to run this school? I want to run this school. Only one of us is gonna make it. And it's gonna be me! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and morons, I give you Russell!
Oh, man.
Me, Russell.
Gary, now I hate you.
I know, Russell. Go beat that little jerk who said that nasty stuff to me about your mom and those barnyard animals.
What? Come here. Russell wants vengeance.
But Russell, we could be best friends. Consider. God, jeez.
I Smash you!
Nope. Alright, understood. What are you doing, Russell?
Russell!
Make him bleed. I want to see what red blood looks like.
Loser! Russell!
Oh, Russell. I was too far away. Russell, please.
Remember the code of the warrior!
Let's make this fun.
Russell, please.
Each other.
No, Russell! He's doing a wrestle on me. Russell is doing a wrestle. Ah, jeez.
With my boy.
Russell. He's gonna go to the top rope, and it's gonna be terrible for Jimmy. He's gonna get destroyed. I got all my big hits in.
I'm the daddy.
Russell need to shit.
I'm sorry, Russell.
You happy now, jerk? Ecstatic. I love to watch two morons beat the crap out of each other.
Why'd you do it, Gary? I thought we were friends.
Friends? You and me. I've taken dumps that had more brains than you, friend. No, I'm taking over this school, and you're just a liability. See you around, moron.
Well done, Jimmy.
Yeah, great.
What a waste of time. You all right, Russell?
Yeah?
Look, I never said anything about your mom or farmyard animals.
You didn't?
No, but I want you to stop bullying weak kids.
Why?
Because there are a bunch of kids around this place who need a beating, and you're picking on the few who don't. So I want you to leave me and him alone.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Bad Russell.
Love you, Russell.
With Russell pacified, I could be forgiven for thinking my troubles at Bullworth were over. But this place is a rotten onion. Peel off one stinking layer, and there's another even smellier one beneath.
Bullworth is like an onion.
Well, Jimmy, word on the street is you're something of a pugilist.
No, sir, I never pugilized in my life.
Really? And that you've been saying some entertaining things about me and some barnyard animals.
No, I never said that.
Well, I listen to things, Hopkins. You try and stay out of trouble. Now go see the cook down in the kitchen. Helping her might teach you some humility.
Okay, sir.
Hey, new kid. You're that guy that beat up Russell.
So, what's it to you?
Hey, listen, we like to box, the noble art and all that. Why don't you come down by our gym in old Bullworth Vale? We should definitely hang out. Yeah, I've heard a lot of things about you.
Yeah, whatever.
Not the preps.
Okay.
Okay.
I need more growth hormone.
Hold on.
4 teams too many to be on?
Whee!
Dr. Slaughter
would you mind giving me a hand?
What did you want? Sorry.
I'm embarrassed to...
In Trevor's locker? Yeah, gosh darn preps. Clearly, they're not gothic. Oh, I have to go upstairs to do the lockers. Also, I could wear a funny pumpkin hat. I kind of wanna. But I need to put these chocolates in this locker.
I love hot dogs.
He loves hot dogs.
And I love kicking butt.
It's true, we gotta make Jimmy more gothic. No preps allowed. I'm not breaking and entering, yes, but because I'm trying to give someone things. Excuse me. We'll put on the silly pumpkin hat in a bit. I gotta go to class. Where is there a prefect? Found one. Take me to class.
You're absent without leave, toilet
If
stand.
I don't get that A, my mom will be so disappointed.
Did I make myself clear?
Also, for transparency, probably a shorter stream today because I've, like I said earlier, I've done so much today already.
I hope you enjoy that as much as I did.
Oh god, not shop. There's
Jen,
one
go stand
the
over
where
by
you have
the
to
bike
wiggle
workstation.
the
Wait,
analog stick
I
always
don't get to
gets
work
me,
on
and I think
cars?
it's just because I like
Cars are for seniors. You gotta walk before you can run, boyo.
it like wants you to do it in a specific direction, and as a child I was either stupid, or it wasn't clear, or both.
Maybe you're just
That.
cut out for this. Start over.
I think I just have to keep doing it.
I guess you're not
Yeah.
useless.
Okay. Okay.
All right, you're getting somewhere now. Well, you screwed up
But
there,
I-
son.
but-
Try again.
You have to do it like ultra slow, but not too slow.
Good work, Hopkins.
Oh my god.
Shutting up and working, it works.
I
Show me you can do it right, son. What part of shut up and work didn't you understand?
Bruh. I hate shop. But you need it for the bike and the upgrades. Is necessary. I hate shop. I'm doing what it's telling me to do and it's saying I'm failing. I don't understand. I gotta get bike. I mean, I could really technically just skip bike and save up for moped, but like, I kind of want bike. Oh my god, there's so many in here. Hold on. English. Hat trick versus Galloway.
School rules are quite clear on this subject. Quite clear. No alcohol on school grounds. You're drunk. I can smell it on your breath. I can see it in your eyes.
I'm not drunk.
Drunk? In charge of children? What kind of monster drinks in front of children?
Parent?
A disgraceful one, yes. You've got a problem, haven't you?
I'm just under a lot of pressure.
Well, I'm a kind and supportive colleague, Galloway. And as such, I think it is my duty to get you sacked.
Do whatever you want, Hattrick. You always do.
The head will find out about this.
You okay, sir?
Jimmy. No, I'm not okay. I'm half drunk and I'm about to get fired. Fantastic. Oh, I'm a washed-up old drunk, and I'm only 34. English, you see, is a difficult subject to teach. I've tried any number of things to dull the pain. Yoga, meditation, needlepoint, looking at dubious sites on the internet. But nothing dulls the pain like scotch.
Come on, sir, put that away.
Are you mad? This is manna from the gods!
Give me that. Let's get rid of this before you get busted.
That's very kind of you, Jimmy. Miss Phillips is the only teacher to know about my vice. Take it to her. She will know what to do.
Okay. Oh. Where's the bottle in the cafeteria?
It looks like Hattrick and Galloway are at it again. What?
I'm looking for alcohol.
I wonder what the burger's secret ingredient will be this year.
God, jeez. Is it?
That Galloway is an old drunk.
What did I trip on? Oh,
I'll hang on to that.
I got it and a rubber band. Easy, ma'am.
Excuse me.
Upstairs. Chew!
You'll see.
Hi, Yuchu is raiding with a party of 15. Kaysh and the gang welcome you.
Welcome in, friends. How are y'all doing? Let me get you a shout out. Thank you, Miss. Thank you for the follow. You and she were streaming together, right? I was vaguely there while I was at the gym. But how's it going? How are y'all doing? Welcome in, y'all. 1 second, let me... There we go. Yeah, hi, hello. My name is Kayshurrr. You can call me Kaysh. I use they, them pronouns. I think some of y'all know who I am, but in case you don't, that's who I am. My streaming schedule has been very off since before the holiday season. So we're doing a very low-key, sort of chill stream while we play nostalgia games from my childhood. Today we're checking out Bully. I usually play horror and mystery games, and because of that, I offer content warnings for every game I play. If you ever need those, they will be in chat. Otherwise, you can pull them up with !CW. Just take a little little peek, little look-see about what kind of content you might see. But yeah, hi friends. Thank you for the raid, Chew. If y'all got a raid and run, I totally understand. It's important to me that you take care of your dang selves. So if you need to get up, do a stretch, get some food, get some water, do whatever, feel free to do so. We'll be here for a little bit. But if you're gonna hang out, also welcome and howdy, y'all. But how was stream?
I hope you're wrong for the sake of Bullworth.
That child had a bottle!
No, I don't. I don't have nothing. Lurk mode. Let's go. Getting food is important. Elusive Stigma. Hello. We're playing Homie Cypher. It was fun. It looked interesting.
Hopkins, I see you there. You're
No.
so not getting away with
Everyone needs to stop
You
getting mad at me. Ma'am, Eve. Oh my god.
No crime is minor.
Okay, sorry. I didn't realize I was in the women's bathroom, and also I needed that stuff. Excuse me. Seen this game at GameStop before? You've never seen anyone play it? This was a game that I played a lot as a kid. Many hours. I need that one. I just needed that one broken. Where's Miss Phillips? It's a good game. Would recommend. It's genuinely, like, I didn't play a lot of Rockstar games as a kid. Wasn't super into, like, Grand Theft Auto or anything like that. But, like, somehow managed to, like, weasel bully into the games I did play / was allowed to play. And it's dope.
Here they
it's
are.
so
I
good.
think that's all of them. Thanks, Jimmy.
So
You're welcome,
I don't know.
Miss.
Would recommend if you
Please,
get a chance
take
to play it. Would highly recommend that you do. Was she just hanging out with the homeless vet behind the school? Okay, that's cool. Also, we have a camera now.
Done and done right.
Oh, and it's class time. But yeah, it's like I said, like I've kind of not been streaming a ton since before the holiday season. The job that I work requires me to do a lot during that time of year. And I've had a lot of nonsense happening in my life. So today we're just kind of taking it easy, and it's super chill. I don't know, I can't say I'm not talking. But definitely, like, more mellow than normal streams. Yeah, you gotta make sure you're dressed nicely or girls won't kiss you.
Class, I'm Miss
And
Phillips.
It's a thing.
I'll be handing out your cameras and first assignment in a moment.
Sorry. Okay.
Oh, hello.
Good photo. Only good. Oh yeah, you can take pictures of your classmates, right?
It would be nice if you showed your interest in me by presenting me with a gift of some kind.
Oh, it's probably because I'm doing photos for class. I understand.
I'm hungry already.
Oh, cool. Someone's like hammering or something upstairs. That's nice. That's neat. Yeah.
Hi.
I like you, Jimmy, but I probably shouldn't. You know.
Good photo.
Those clothes say, please beat me.
Hold on a second. I'm so sorry, y'all. The upstairs neighbors are being a lot, though, and I gotta go deal with that. Hey, I showed you my Waluigi. Please respond. Let's go, big boy. Let's go. Oh, you are a very big boy. No, are you just trying to headbutt me? I bet you she's gone. No, no. And why are you tripping out? Ah! Kind. The kind we like. Not the I'm being inconsiderate and dickbaggy to others.
I would have asked them which one. Their personal car would then dump something smelly in it. Why?
Yeah. Just dig up some of the cat shit and just pop it in there.
Yep.
Thank you though, Steven. I appreciate it. Ugh.
Yeah, just be like, it was too cold for my cat to be.
Try it.
He smells like ham.
Oh no! Thank you for the 40 bits, Emmy. You mean a monster, but I'm a momster. Oh no! That's a good one. That's a good one, Kimi. He smells like ham. Alright, when are we playing? Alright, sorry about that. That's part of the reason why I haven't streamed a lot. We are taking photos of flags, it seems. And I was a little panicked about the time, but it's fine. We have plenty of time. Right? Wait. Yeah, no, it's a thing. Here's the flag. I'm saving up and I'm gonna get out of here. Cause fuck this.
I wonder what a stupid
And it's like, even though I've spoken to them and told them that, hey, it's really fucking loud when you do X, Y, and Z. They don't care. They don't care.
You came here to dream
of
a
a
better life.
That's a fine photo. Don't trip on the banana.
Ever sneaking the Crabble snitches off?
But yeah, it's a lot. And it's like, I can not straight.
You're in the wrong part of town, rich boy.
Bro.
I'm gonna break you like a twig.
Watch that Johnson.
Hey, you!
Sorry,
It's
that
your own
annoyed
fault.
me. Get him out of here. Go fart in your jockstrap? We farting in
Get out of here
jockstraps
before you get hurt.
Dang greasers. Alright, let's get back to class.
Man, I really blew down.
But yeah, this is one reason. Another of the many reasons why it's just gonna be it's a low energy chill stream because oh god. Oh thanks. I have been presented with some lemonade. One moment. Let me get back to this class.
Nice work, Jimmy. You're quite the photographer.
That's pretty alright. That's pretty good lemonade.
Like that!
Photo album. That's why I couldn't take pictures of ladies. I mean, students.
That's how it's done.
Hey, man.
Hello.
Did you ever want to go to
No, come back here.
No. Come on, help me out here, please.
Oh my god.
You got something for me?
I'm like Ronan. I'm ready to fight if the price is right.
Useless sissy.
What do you want?
Okay, now all we gotta do is get back to the library.
Let's go to the library, Algernon.
Really messed that up.
Algernon.
Hi.
Boy is too slow.
Can't say that I have. Just look down with my dolls in a climate controlled room.
Okay, no, we're not doing that. It's not worth it. That's fine. I don't care. We can fail that.
You're such an idiot. There is
So what is this
no way that is
H?
true.
What is... Oops. What is this? It's just a task. Yeah, Algernon's never getting to the library ever. Sucks for him, really. Oh, wait, is that for Hobo? Because I have a transistor.
Nice.
Ah, shut up, kid. It adds flavor to it. You want
Wanna give it a go?
Sure. Achoo. Achoo.
Try and get some bits in it.
I've got performance anxiety.
Get used to it, kid. You're a man. It's all downhill from here, my friend. Anyway, what do you want?
Nothing. The head sent me.
He did? Oh, yeah! I need you to go to town and pick up some meat and other things for me. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to put one of Ms. Phillips' cats in the casserole again.
Okay.
Let me see. I need some meat from Yum Yum Market. Oh, and a razor from the barber's for my stash. And, oh yeah, some new knickers from Worn In. I've had these on since last term. Well, hurry up! Go, take my bike. It's that fine machine out there by the school gates.
All right. Gross.
That's a bad lady. That is a bad lady. She is giving me a bike though, so thanks, lady.
Look at me.
Just hear Russell screaming in the background. So that's cool. Yeah, thanks, bad lady.
Sometimes I think
Okay. We can now leave campus though, and that's exciting.
Oh my god, did you see Maddie making herself sick?
Oh, hi!
Oh. Hold on. Rubber band.
I'm just gonna collect this.
Yeah, game. I know how to pedal. I know how to do this. Give me meat. Excuse me.
Welcome to Yum Yum.
Ah, yes, the
who
discount
might be
meat.
needing insurance?
Oh, jeez. Mike? It's the Happy Mullet. What a shop.
Let me guess. You are
That's
here
for me.
for haircut, yes?
You wanna give me a haircut? Can I get a haircut? Bald. Jimmy, you deserve some hair. For a second, I thought it was $120 and
Goodbye,
the
my
screen, but
friend.
then I realized that's how much money I have. So it's fine, actually. Back on the bike. Let's go.
What's up? Look at that.
Hold on. Clothes? Clothing, you say? I don't really care for any of these hats. Tradesman cap. Oh, I see. Wool hat? You mean a beanie? Urban bucket hat? What does this mean? Old-time racing hat? Why is... Jimmy, I have questions about the way you're wearing this. No. Tiki shirt. Black hoodie. I mean, we'll buy all of these eventually, right? Fashion boots. I don't want any of this. I don't want none of this.
You better not be shoplifting.
Okay. I don't want none of it. We got a haircut. That's exciting. I think. Excuse me. Yeah. You're right. They aren't the greatest clothes, and Jimmy's bad at wearing them. Boy doesn't understand how to dress himself.
You lose this?
Okay. That bike just lives there now. If somebody steals it, that's someone else's problem, I think.
I've heard, and I think I don't even too much.
I can't believe
You better use that meat soon. The clerk said it expires at midnight.
Nonsense! There are no fuzzy eaters at Bullworth. It'll last for a month.
Oh god. We passed. I got 15 bucks.
I can't believe she asked me that. Of course I'm the
All
center of my
sorted.
universe. What is
I've unlocked a prep challenge. Well, we should go talk to the vet. Give him the transistor. Learn some moves that I'll never use. I think the prep challenge is just like the boxing, right? I mean, we'll find out eventually. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Sir. Got a thing for you.
Just what I wanted.
A broken radio.
I suppose you want to train again? This was my favorite combination back when... You got some real promise, Jimmy. Don't forget to bring me a transistor when you come back.
Yeah, leg sweep actually good. Maybe we will use that one.
Right.
Actually. Also... Oh god, that's not what I wanted to do. Movie tickets, you say?
I'm gonna tell on you!
Is there anything up here? No. No, this is just the girls' dorm. We don't care about the girls' dorm. Is that my map? That is. Whoa! Hold up. Is that a race? That trophy over there? Let's go do the challenge. We got some time. Is there a bike up here? No, of course not. Why would there be a bike? Why would there be an easy way for me to get into town? Ah! I gotta pass that shop class. And or find somebody to steal a bike from. Bike! Who the fuck are you?
I've got need of ya. Where's my bike?
Not my problem. Oh god, I've gone the wrong way. Hold up, hold up. Where am I going? Oh, the complete opposite way that I have gone. Understood. Well, this way we go. Look at me, I'm faster than a car. Never stole that kid's bike. Where was he earlier? If I do this prep challenge, do I get a new place to sleep? I don't think I do. I want that to be the case.
Hopkins, you don't belong here. Totally dig me if I had a car.
Oh. See, knowing that the tooltip said that requires you to read the tooltip, which I've not been doing.
Maybe I can use this to my advantage.
A dream home in the Vale. There we go. Confirmed. Fruity said, and we've confirmed. Thank you, Fruity, for reading.
Oh, don't worry. Jimmy's tough.
Knock him unconscious.
Ah, jeez.
That looks like it hurt.
We want blood.
Move like a bee, sting like a bee.
Oh my god, is that what that's from? I mean, I know what the real quote is from, but
Hopkins after this fight.
I think about move like a bee, sting like a bee often.
Couldn't you just be friends?
No friends.
There's another round after this?
I could do so much better, you know?
There is no round after this. This is it. We're donezo here.
That's the best you can do!
I win. Oh god, how many of these do I have to do?
It's a wonder Hopkins is still standing.
Oh my god.
Show some spirit, man.
I love it when I press the
Hopkins, you're
button and it
such a
doesn't do
whip.
anything.
Hopkins is surprisingly tough.
I still think Hopkins will lose.
Hopkins, you're pathetic.
I wonder if Aquaberry breeds horses. Careful!
Hopkins, you're pathetic.
Hopkins is surprisingly tough.
Hopkins, you're such a wimp.
His left eye looks swollen.
Couldn't you just be friends?
But I was in the middle of dodging.
It's a wonder Hopkins is still standing.
That's the best you can do? I could do so much better, you know?
Oh, don't worry. Jimmy's tough.
Why don't you guys break it off?
I'm gonna lose?
Hopkins, go home!
I'm gonna lose?
They're genuine puppy leather.
I
Not the
still
puppy
think
leather.
Hopkins will lose.
Careful!
There's another round after this?
I'll do a round against Hopkins after this fight, if there's anything left.
I love watching a good match.
Oh, don't worry. Jimmy's
Stop
tough.
walking. Stop punching me.
I could do so much better, you know? I love watching a good match.
Oh my god.
Hopkins, you're such a wimp. You think he'll get up again?
That looks like it hurt.
$50
This
says
is
that
horrible.
Hopkins is going to bite it.
Everything
I
is
love
awful.
watching a good match.
Like my shoes? They're genuine puppy leather.
I'll do a round against Hopkins after this fight, if there's anything left.
Move like a bee. Sting like a
so much
bee.
better, you know? That's the best you can do?
Hopkins, go home! It's a wonder Hopkins
It's fine,
is
we've done
still
it.
standing.
Is that it? Are we done? Can I have a house now? No!
We want blood. I've got a lot of money to bet on this. We want blood. Be glad I don't enter the fray. Come on.
Of course it is. Of course it's rule of threes. Kick him in the Johnson.
Couldn't you just be friends?
Okay, let me actually like play it the way they want me to.
Hopkins, you're pathetic.
The losers are rotten
No Johnson kicks here? Are you sure? They seem to want that to happen. So the assumption is that it is legal. They talk about bees here a lot.
I still
Bees?
think Hopkins will lose. $50 says that Hopkins is going to bite it. That's the best you can do?
Oh, don't worry. Jimmy's tough.
I could do so much better, you know?
His left eye looks swollen.
Get him,
Hopkins, you're such a whip.
please.
Hopkins is surprisingly tough.
Show some spirit, man.
Careful!
We want blood. Show some spirit, man.
Just wail on him for the next second.
Hopkins is
Yeah.
surprisingly tough.
Also, I think groceries are going to be on their way soon. We'll probably end stream once
I
groceries get
still
here.
think Hopkins will lose.
And then we
another
might just
round
do
after this?
little hangouts in Discord. So while I haven't been able to stream, I've been able to do those. And that's been nice.
That looks like it hurt.
I could
Jimmy,
do so
just
much
destroy
better,
him.
you know? Hopkins, you're such a wimp.
There we go.
Hopkins, you're pathetic.
Now we're done. Now we've done it.
Another job.
All right, I won. Give me my prize.
There's a little problem. Your parents have to be members of the board for you to be eligible. Tell you what, old chap. We'll give you that old abandoned beach house.
Oh yeah!
Should be nice once you clean it up.
I love Beach House. Like, actually, I think it was like one of my favorite places to go to when I played, like, you know, the first dozen times. It's just a cool location. It felt neat. New safe location unlocked. We've earned the boxing outfit. Let's go.
Ain't no stopping Jimmy Hopkins.
What? I probably shouldn't start this now, huh?
I'm going to pound you like my dad pounds me.
My God. Let's go sleep at our new house. I say house. It's a clubhouse. But it's basically a house. Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. genuinely did not mean to run into you. Whee! Oh god, there's bike races, aren't there? Not looking forward to
Do me a
those.
favor.
What do you want?
I bet you can't beat my swinging record.
Fuck you, guy.
Boys.
Where's the buoy? There it is. The way I just immediately walked into the lake. Go, 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 go. Go, Jimmy, go! Go, Jimmy, go! Look at him. Look at him! That's a fast lad! So what is that up there? It's a Grottos and Gremlins card. I thought those were a collectible. Unless they're not. But I think they are.
I think I'll keep this.
Oh yeah, we got one last time. Lol. Okay. Look at our nice house! We have a bear rug! Like, how cool is that? Sure, it's kind of fallen apart, but like... we got cricket bats and everything. Funny tables I can break. Is this another one of those racy ones? Bear is flat, but you know, that's okay. No, not that. Yeah, I want to exit. I think it already took $1 from me, but like, not that. Okay, let's do a sleep. He's fine. Bear is fine. Bear loves this. Being flat is Bear's favorite thing in the world. You know? Whee! Oh god, things are exploding. Movie tickets? It's a shiny.
All right.
Another card. Creepy Watcher.
From rags to rags, huh, kid?
The Janitor Massacre. I want to see the Janitor Massacre.
Hey, Jimmy Hopkins.
Do I know you?
No, I'm Pinky, but I know all about you. Everybody's talking about you. Everybody says that you're mean and angry and you like fighting.
Huh.
Gary said you're so mad because you're sexually confused.
Yeah, well, Gary talks a lot of crap.
Oh, I know. I don't like him. He likes to torture people.
So what? He's not gonna torture me.
Well, I'm glad you're not sexually confused.
Really?
Yeah, I like you, Jimmy Hopkins.
Oh, yeah?
But I need you to do something for me.
What a surprise.
I'm last in line, and this movie means everything to me. I'm gonna get terrible seats. Can you please get rid of all these people for me? Please, Jimmy?
What's in it for me?
I'm a princess!
Oh.
And I need people to do things for me. So hurry up, because I want to be first!
Oh, man. All right.
Horrible lady.
Why doesn't Mom divorce the bum? Oh, because Dad has no money anyway.
Lure people away without any violence? Okay.
My daddy's gonna sue.
It's just not fair.
I don't see why something like this should happen.
Well,
Okay.
I've done it.
I smell free food. This Philip sure has nice feet.
Talk to you later. I
Oh.
wonder if Aquaberry...
Come here, Eunice.
You like them?
Oh, we're gonna get a kiss.
Thanks a bunch,
Maybe I can get
Jimmy.
Daddy divorced her when she
Total,
gets older.
utter gross out.
Kind of poor people
Let's go.
I hope mi hermano
Oh wait, they want me to
is
go
right
that
about
way.
this place.
Eunice, sorry, I've made us walk the wrong way. But I see a rubber band up there.
Oh no! Gross!
Oh no, and we're late for class. Everything's horrible. Also, the sacks.
Hey, have you been down to the salon ever? I wonder what it's like.
So much stuff just lying around.
Kiss.
I'll remember this forever.
All right, Eunice.
I just want to play sports, that's all.
That's great, Jimmy.
Just walked
if
up
only
to
you'd been
him.
born into my social circle.
Well, I do have a few uses, you know.
Oh, really? Well, you know, nice girls like nice flowers. Anyway, here's some money. It's the least I could do. And it's Daddy's anyways. The show's about to start, but come see me sometime. We can work through these class issues we have.
Oh, I'll work through your class issues all right, sweetie.
He did just want to play sports. Who did I lose respect with? I missed that. Oh well.
That was easy.
Listen, pal, help a poor desperate fella out.
Nope, I gotta go to class. So I want to get those done ASAP. Also, it's the prep bike, so it's kind of quick. Oops. Oops. Sorry, guy. I didn't mean it. It was an accident. Oh god. I'm going to class. I'm evading the police to go to class. What more do these people want? Oh god, he's still here.
You truest disgust me.
I could just let myself get caught, but I'm scared this time.
Truancy is disruptive to the bulwark order.
Guys, like, I'm literally headed to chemistry. It's fine.
We've got a lot of work before us today. Take care to follow my instructions precisely, as we will be working with volatile chemicals today. Good work. You have a future in chemistry. Very good. Carry on. You're a regular budding scientist, Mr. Hopkins.
I'm awesome!
We got itching powder, y'all. I can make
Nice
people
work,
itchy.
Jimmy.
Purchase clothes, you say?
Basement. Yeah.
Bullworth clothes, you say? Jimmy, you're bad at wearing clothing. What is this? It's kind of cool that they, like, make it so he wears every single one of them differently. They're all bad, but, you know. Is there, like, a Letterman jacket? Or do I already own that? Hoodie. Zipper. School sweater. Yeah, we do have the Letterman. Okay. Can I have that school sweater? I don't care about those. Not Gym shorts. Do I want to put him in shorts in general? Looks goofy as fuck. Okay. I also kind of like his silly shorts. Now the question is, will they get mad at me for not wearing, for violating dress code? Because I think this doesn't violate dress code. Not that that matters that much, but you know. I gotta go back and yell at the preps, huh? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna destroy everyone in front of me. This is what happens when you ride a bike. It can't be helped.
How's it feel to face a trained boxer?
Would you please dress appropriately?
I have to go buy a fucking polo, don't I? Aquaberry sweater. We can do that, I suppose. Where is the clothing shop? Oh, it's just right around the corner. I didn't have to get on the bike to do it, but you know. Rubber band.
Another one for the collection.
Hello. You know you should try the new Aquaberry vest. Very popular with the better class of students.
Rude. But I just bought... Oh, it's fine. We don't have to buy outfit. Okay. This is fine.
Thank you. And do please stop by again soon.
This might be useful.
It was gonna be sad if they were gonna make me change out of my silly little shorts, but it's just the top we had to change. Ah, heck, it's class time. Now I could take the bus back to class, or, and hear me out, I bite and run into everybody. Like this! Or like... Oh, no, JK.
That sucks.
No, that's mine!
I'll show you who's
Fuck you, guy! That's my bike! It's not my bike. I, too, have stolen this bike. But he's not allowed to steal it from me. Gimme, I need you to hop off the bike when I ask you to, okay? Okay. Yeah, it's one of the townies!
Fruity's disruptive to the Bulwark
Guy, I'm
order.
literally... We're right outside the classroom. I am kind of excited for some of those.
Looks like it's time to do the second assignment.
quests.
If you finish before time, I'll let you go early.
Just because it means that I just get to hang out in town all the time and not necessarily have to worry about school. Okay. Oops.
Good one.
Shift. Not shift. G.
Well
also
done.
more Russell content is true.
Oh, you're a feisty one, aren't you,
Oh.
James? Good show. That's right.
Fight. I mean, fights.
Keep it up.
But also, fight.
Good show.
Sift? Did I do that already?
Keep it up.
I did gifts. Should probably just do gift.
Well done.
It.
Good one.
It's.
That's right. Keep it up. Try
Does that
again,
count?
James.
No. Oh, God. I already did shift. Oh, no. Scramble, please. Did I do hit? I did. Hits? Fits? Fig.
Good one.
Which also means figs. Well, we've passed,
Good
technically, so
show.
it's fine. This?
Well done.
What's the other 5-letter word in here? Who knows? It's fine. Come on.
I'm afraid that's not English. Well done. I can't help but wonder how you do with a more challenging curriculum.
I'm scared for the later ones.
This whole school... I hate this. Now I have to hit you.
Lay off.
Look, I think I...
Oh,
I'll
yeah!
just scare him off. It's fine.
I'm good. That's all there is to it.
Okay. Oops.
I will not tolerate.
It would be funny if the taunts just got more verbose and weird as he did the English classes. By the end of it, you're doing, like, straight up Shakespeare insults. I'd be here for that. Honestly. Yeah.
What's wrong with me? Sometimes I just...
Like, I would genuinely love that. I'm going the wrong way. I keep thinking that that's a shortcut, and it's not. And I think that's rude of the game. Hey, there's a kid on a bike. That's mine now.
I gotta borrow this for a while.
Thanks. Don't even worry about it. Wait, there's a better bike. Whoa! But also, we got our Aquaberry shit on, so like, let's go. I'm one of the cool kids now. The eggs.
Look, there he is.
I was wondering if you'd show up, Hopkins. Nice aquaberry sweater. Très chic.
Yeah.
Wow. You look a bit like my gardener at home.
Yeah, so what?
Yes, well, enough about gardeners or any domestic help. Listen, me and the chaps were planning a little revenge hit on old Hattrick. We don't like what he did to that old soak Galloway. A chap can have a drink if he bloody hell wants to. So? So, my friend, are you, as they say, in?
Sure. Are you English?
Well, no. I just speak this way because I'm very insecure. You see, my father is a self-made man, so I pretend to be old money, but in fact, I'm really nouveau riche. But less about me, dear boy. Listen, we're going to egg that old codger's house.
Cool.
Smashing! You go get some eggs and meet me and the chaps back at my house.
Okay. It's egg time. Egg up. No, Fruity, we're egging up. No egg down. Never egg down.
Hi, can I help you find anything?
I have all the eggs I need. No more egg for me. Spike. My food's gonna be delivered soon. So let's hope we can get this quest done pretty dang quick. Oh no, there's a fence on top of that. I thought I could just jump it. Oh no, oh no! It's fine, he figured it out. Jimmy's a smart boy. Dog.
Got the eggs, Hopkins? You bet. Then give them to me. Take them. Smashing. Now tell me, Hopkins, is it true you said I was inbred? No, because first cousins is legal, my friend. Legal. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and just because my elder brother doesn't have a chin and ended up in a lunatic asylum, it doesn't mean anything.
Whatever, Tad. Your family is your business.
Don't lie, Jimmy. You said Tad was probably a hermaphrodite with that much inbreeding.
A hermaphro what?
Don't act dumb. You said his mom was also legally his aunt, and that he probably had webbed toes.
I don't... Well, just only on one foot.
Tad, you're not gonna take that kind of crap from this scumbag, are you?
Gary, go away.
You've been rude about Mommy. Let's get this, Papa. Inbred, am I?
I gotta get out of Tad's yard. Where'd my... Oh, I see. They want me to just, like...
You better not
Excuse me.
my clothes.
Just say, can I not just bike out? No, they've closed everything. Tad, why is your yard so big?
I have a key and you don't.
Oh, heck.
Mine.
There's too many guys over here. There's too many guys over there! I'm getting egged.
I'm gonna lay you out.
Excuse me. Perhaps have no respect for me.
Job
Also, is
well
that a rubber
done.
band? That's a rubber band.
Sweet.
Now I'll teach you.
No, I need to not be here, I think, is the thing.
I'm a fighting machine.
I do like that each faction gets their own separate fight music. Very good. This game is kind of good. Oh, they're still throwing eggs at me. Well. Okay. Well, I didn't necessarily want to go back to school, but gets me out of here and gets me to a save spot because my groceries are going to be here in a matter of minutes. And you know, we gotta go take care of that. General plan is to try and stream tomorrow. We shall see. Also, horror movie in Discord. Well, that's gonna be cool and great. Is
I've got
this?
some mayonnaise on my pants.
That's not my room. We save. Alright. Shall we find someone to read into? That's the wrong button. I'm just gonna keep hitting the wrong button over and over again. Cause it's funny, actually. Is the thing. Do we have anybody online? Literally nobody. Okay, that's alright. So no raid for right now. Unless anybody has a suggestion. But I can't wait too terribly long. So, yeah, like I said, we'll try and do a stream tomorrow. If not, I don't know, we'll figure something out. As always, thanks y'all for your patience when it comes to just the lack of streams and content from me. I know y'all are very understanding. I'm annoyed about it because I want to stream and I want to do stuff. But life has other plans, I suppose, sometimes. But yeah, thanks y'all for being here. We'll see y'all next time. Bye, friends.